Okay, first and foremost, you guys have to. Well, okay, first and foremost, there's no fire. Well, at least the alarm stopped. So if there's a fire, then they're not doing a very good job of continuing the alarm. But as you can hear, there's no fire alarm. So that's the first thing. Number two, is this microphone crackling or is there a crackling sound? Because I'm wondering is if it was the sound from outside when I opened up the sliding glass door. I just noticed that. I tested the mic, took a video of myself talking, and I did hear sort of a crackling, but I think it was outside. And now with the door closed, because there's a lot of traffic, it's right by Pacific Coast Highway, and so there's a lot of traffic, and there's just general noise, ambient noise coming in. So, is there crackling? There's two of you here. If you guys can let me know, if the sound is bad still, and hopefully it's not, it should be crisp and clear, at least according to the video I shot with this cool microphone. So let me know that, please. Who's ever watching this, is it sounding okay? Oh, nothing yet. So yeah, so thank you for tuning back in, unless you're brand new and you didn't see my previous video where while I was recording, suddenly this alarm beep started going off. I'm in a hotel. And then a voice started saying, there is a reported fire in the hotel, something to that degree. And I thought it was very convenient while I'm making a live video, because that's the kind of thing you see. Someone's making a live video and then something dramatic happens either to that person or around them. And I thought that's what was going to happen here, but thankfully it didn't, because can you imagine I'm shooting a video on YouTube live and suddenly a fire breaks out in my hotel? That would be not only really unsafe, but just kind of bizarre and strange. So is there crackling? Can you hear it? Ah, volume quiet. Oh, does that mean, is that a good thing? So sounds good now, crisp now, nothing bad with sound. Okay, great. Because I have this microphone, this Rode microphone that is for, well, it's for cameras, but it's also can be used for what do you call it? Cell phones, to shoot video off a cell on cell phones. So cool. Glad it sounds good. Where was I? So I think I was talking about, before I was rudely interrupted by an alleged fire in the hotel, that I had recently leased office space, 6-month lease for office space near where I live. And it was, that's right, I was talking about how big it was. It's pretty small. It's under 400 square feet, and paying a little over $600 for it, but it's all included. Only thing I extra have to pay for is internet, which I'm getting this week. But everything else is included, like water, electricity, and has air conditioning and that sort of thing. Carpeted, or has rugs. Or what am I saying? It's carpeted. So it's convenient because it's really close to where I live, and it's really close to the storage unit I have, where I have all of my most of my stuff stored for sale, or DVDs and books and whatnot, and CDs, and some vinyl. What was the other thing? Another point I was going to make. Oh, so it's 2 rooms. I'll have to make a video of the actual office space, but it's got 1 door. It's got multiple windows, so you can let some natural light in for photos. But it's 2 separate rooms with a door in between. And I think the first room is going to be kind of the room where I'm gonna have a desk with a computer and chair and everything, and that's the room to list. I'll probably end up putting like a little microwave, little fridge in there. But the other room is going to be to take photos, store things, or shelve things, keep them there for eBay, and while I'm processing certain things to either take photos of or to do an FBA shipment. And that's kind of what the deal is going to be. That's how I envision it at this point. And the reason I got the office was not just to have space to keep things in and to have like an office outside of my house, but I'm hiring somebody part-time to come out a few days a week. Well, we'll just kind of see what the schedule is going to be like, but starting out maybe 10 to 15 hours a week. and they're going to help me list on eBay to start. So list on eBay and take photos for eBay, and then probably give them some more responsibilities as excuse me, as things progress. And my idea is that this person will help me get my eBay numbers way up so that I can comfortably pay for the office and for them, and then focus more of my efforts on building back up my FBA side of the business, to get my numbers up, sending a lot more stuff in, a lot more books, a lot more CDs, maybe even some vinyl that I have sitting around at home that I haven't gotten around to. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry, just looking at the... Oh, okay. Nothing bad with sound. Okay, cool. You're very quiet. I guess I should talk louder. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Got distracted. Move this a little over here. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, so that's the idea, is that, because guys, I mean, I don't know, everyone has their different ways of going about, or their ways or ideas that they have for the future for this business, whether it's Amazon or whether it's eBay or whether it's both. When I first started Amazon, I just wanted something that was flexible. Excuse me. I should drink some water. Wanted something that was flexible, where I could make some decent money, and I could also grow my income, which is what I did, going from making, a few sales to making hundreds of sales a month just with FBA. My best month in terms of number of sales was over 400 during probably Q4 or one of the back to school months. I can't remember which. I believe I did that last year. So I want to get my sales back up to that, But what I've wanted to do, especially getting into bulk now, is I really want to build this up as big as I can, by utilizing eBay and Amazon, so that I have diversification and that I'm taking advantage of the opportunities that I have to sell bulk, right? Or to get access to bulk gaylords of books, gaylords of mixed media, CDs, DVDs. I want to be able to sell majority of that stuff on after FBA, sell it on eBay, so I can make some nice money off of it, and spend $200 on a mixed media gaylord, but make much more off of that. Hopefully several thousand gross, I'm saying. And with the CDs, there's always very profitable CDs in there. I can always send about over 100 or so, varies, but to FBA, and then the rest of the CDs, there's some ones that I can sell on eBay individually, and then there's ones I can put in lots. So off of like 600, 700, 800, depending, varying on the Gaylord CDs, can make some good money, and then the rest of it is DVDs with, of course, some video games mixed in. Speaking of video games, I don't know if you guys remember, if you watched a video I made last time, it was either 1 or 2 videos ago. I said that I had found a ton of video games, the same exact video games, in a Gaylord, and it was like Rockstar. It was one of those guitar games on PlayStation 3, and I guess the game is like almost a decade old, from like 2008 or something. I mean, I'm kind of familiar with it. And anyway, I had, after I took all the stuff out of the Gaylord and, organized it, I had 125 copies, and they're all sealed. And so I was kind of like, geez, who would want this, right? Because I looked it up on Amazon. It's not selling for very much. Looked it up on eBay. There's not very many selling, and they're not selling for very much. So I thought, well, the only possibility, aside from donating it, is, I mean, I could always go the local route, Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, but would be to sell it as a bulk lot on eBay. Someone gave me the idea of people maybe wanting brand new PS3 cases, but at any rate, I listed all of them. It was so funny because I listed all 125 a set price. I listed for $40, and I believe Oh, that's right. It was not free shipping because it was heavy. The box was heavy and the shipping was like over $10, maybe like 12, $13. I can't remember. But so somebody bought it uh, in the US, in Texas, pretty quickly within like, I think it was the same day or the next day within about 24 hours. And so I got rid of that whole box. It was sitting there. It was sitting in the storage for like a week or so after I had packed it up. And then as I was going through everything, trying to like just clear out space and trying to sell as much of stuff that I'd pulled out of one Gaylord, I saw it, sitting up there, and I said, well, I'll just post it and see what happens. If it doesn't sell, I'll just have to donate it. But it sold so quickly. So this was kind of for me another example of being able to sell things you think might not sell on eBay, sell. And I made like $30. Sorry, I made about $35 because they paid for shipping, which is not much per video game, but so what? I mean, we're talking about $35 off a thing, something that's hardly selling at all. So either that person has like a store and they're able to sell this in their store, or they're gonna utilize it for something else, the cases, or I don't know what, but they wanted it and they bought it all, and it was helpful to me. Okay. Diana asked me, am I on holiday? Well, I'm on a, so my wife had a conference that she put on here at this hotel. Excuse me. At this hotel, and so we came out and we've just been here for the weekend. We're going to be here till tomorrow. So I guess it's a kind of a holiday vacation. And then you still have a full time? Are you asking me, am I full time? Not full time in the sense, I mean, no. My daughter's in school, but my son is still too young to go to school. So I still have him a few days a week, and he goes with grandma a few other days. So I'm not full time, but I definitely work a lot of hours, try to fit it in where I can. No, I mean, vacation, holiday, whatever. But yeah, it's like a mini vacation, a couple days. But we're with our two kids, very young kids. So it's not exactly a vacation because they need a lot of help with everything. So 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. So it's not exactly relaxing, but it's nice to get away from home. And then Diana asked, is the space cost effective? It seems to be, well, time will tell, but if my calculations are right, based upon, so if the guy I hire can list anywhere between, so let's say he works 10 hours a week, like just to start, and if he can list 50 to 100 items, ideally closer to 100, but even 50 would mean that he would list, okay, this would be, if he was doing photos and listing, it would probably be closer to 50. But if he's just doing the listing and I have taken the photos already, then it'd probably be closer to 100. But let's say 50. Excuse me. So that'd be about 200 items a month. So anywhere between 200, to 400 items listed a month. But let's say 200. I'm currently only able to list, or only been listing, close to 100. Right now I have it over 100, but some of those have been sitting for a little bit. But myself, I can probably do that. Excuse me, my voice is going. So if he's able to do what I think he can, and let's say even 200, 250 items a month, then that should be, I should be able to double or more than double my eBay income. So it should definitely be cost effective. And also that's going to allow me to not have to do so much eBay. And as I find stuff for FBA, I can send it out. Excuse me. I can send it out quicker and sooner, not have to get through other stuff on eBay. Because what happens is, and I haven't even gotten to the books, guys, but what happens is as I go through a Gaylord of media, non-books, is so much of it is good for eBay that I'm overwhelmed with all of it for eBay, so that I spend like 80 to 90% of my time checking it, making sure the discs aren't scratched, putting them in order, organizing them, pricing it, taking the photos, listing it, and then I have some on the side, like CDs only out of mixed media. Well, and maybe a few video games, but mostly just CDs, and those are the ones that I send off, you know. So I'm stuck doing a lot for eBay and not able to do as much as I would like for Amazon for FBA. So yeah, so that's one of the first big reason is to free up more time for me to do FBA, but to make more money quicker, so faster turnover, because I have too much, which is a good problem to have. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that I've gotten to the point where I just am way overwhelmed, and I have to make the investment in. I have to try at least. I have to take this bold action or you know, whatever, but this entrepreneurial step to lease an office space. The storage unit was the first big step, and now, you know, I got a bigger storage unit, but now just getting a small office even, setting it up for someone to help me. And if this guy sticks, and even if he's working part-time, you know, and 15 hours a week, whatever, even 10 or 12 hours a week, sorry, there's some bug, that's going to help me tremendously to grow my eBay side and to free up more time for me to put towards Amazon and to be able to get through stuff faster. So ideally what I want is to get, let's say, order 4 Gaylords, let's say 2 books, 2 mixed media, and I can get through those. I mean, with myself and someone else helping me, I would hope that I could get through like 6 of those within a month, which I know doesn't sound like very much, but there's so much in there that with somebody's help, though, I can probably do that. By myself, I can go through a mixed media Gaylord within about a week or less. When I say go through, I mean take it all out, and as I take it out, I organize it, right? So the CDs go here, I check, make sure there's a disc, put them all together. Oh, hey. This is live, so be aware. Yeah. Yeah. So family just got back. So as I was saying, so that I can lost my train of thought. They just brought food, so now there's chaos here. I'm probably gonna have to cut it short. We're gonna eat something. Yeah, so that hopefully that by myself I can just get through it pretty quick. So anyway, guys, I gotta go. Here, let me go outside and show you again the view. Yeah, you go outside. What's happening? So here's the lovely view. Try not to make it too bad. Yeah, for sure, Diana. I definitely want to pay. The space is going to pay for itself. It should, just through eBay alone. I should be able to more than pay for it and make some profit with the guy helping me out, for sure. So I'm gonna have to go, guys. We're gonna eat something. But thanks for watching, and as always, keep booking.